There, and welcome to the new Puntology software. And this software will rate a race for you in just moments using the Puntology method of rating a race. It's very simple. When you open it up, you're going to see a screen like this, and all we need to do is we scroll down and we can choose a race. Here we go, the 210 at Leicester today, and we double click on that and it's going to open up the horses in that race. And we can see the horses' names here. We've got some of the information about each of the runners here displayed. And then we come to the Puntology rating column. And this shows you the rating using the Puntology method for each of the horses. And the top ranked horse, which we can also see in the Puntology ranking here as well, but the top ranked horse will always be highlighted in green. And then the second and third best ranked horses will always be highlighted in amber, so you can see at a glance who the best horses in the race are likely to be using the Puntology rating method. Now, how we bet on these horses can be done in a variety of different ways. You could just take the top rated, but I always suggest looking into it a bit further. You can either do that using your own form reading, or you can simply look to see the difference between the ratings. For example, we can see here that there's quite a big difference between the musical guy, who is ranked second for the rating with points of 14, and Little Chip, who's ranked first with points of 22. That's quite a big difference. And then there's quite another big drop down to the third best horse, Balbriggan. And that can indicate how you may want to be betting in this race. Of course, you can always go into the Racing Post or the Sporting Life and look at some of the form as well. I always advise doing that if you've got the time. It's always good to confirm decisions. But for example, in this race, we could say we're going to go for the top rated Little Chip for the win because of this difference here. Okay, and the musical guy was our second favourite, so you may be interested in the place depending on what odds are in that market. So let's take a look at that. So this race was the Leicester and the 210. So we can see here Little Chip won the race and Tony Donoso came second. So our second best didn't come second, but our top ranked in Puntology won that race with a 7-4 SP. Okay, so I mean, let's just take another quick look at the next race, the 220 at Hexham. And again, you can see very quickly the top three best horses using the Puntology rating. And again, the top ranked horse here, Cloverhill Lad, is quite a bit higher than the second best ranked Pamak Dairy, but Pamak Dairy is significantly higher than the third best ranked Vardas Supreme. And again, that can give us an indication of how we might be interested in betting here. So we could be interested in betting Cloverhill Lad to win, or possibly Dutching the top two because they're quite close. Or again, depending on odds, maybe going each way on both of them. So either of those are possible methods. We could look further into the form if we wanted to, but let's just take a look at what happened in this race. So this is Hexham, 220, and then we see Cloverhill Lad, which was our top ranked on Puntology here, won at 13-2, and in fact Pamak Dairy came second, and that was our second ranked horse on Puntology rating at 17-2. So that did very well. And now let's take a look at some of the other runners, because if you want to use this slightly differently, you can also use this as an indication of horses to lay. You just look towards the bottom instead. So Robin's Command at -52 and Decent Lord at -38. Now obviously, if you're laying, looking at the odds available is always going to be a key consideration before placing the bet. But that is how the Puntology software works. As you can see, it's very quick, it's very easy, and you can get stuck in immediately. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.